I'm Tushar Jarovar and I am the founder of Career Earth. We are on a mission to help people develop clarity and purpose in their careers. A lot of people have asked us, should we keep our old job experiences more than 10 years ago on our resume? Should we keep that old internship we did on our resume? Well, the answer is very simple. Your resume is not an archive. This is a real document that tells people whether you are ready for an opportunity right now or not. So it is very important to keep what is relevant. Having a lot of history does not build credibility. So a more important question to ask yourself is, does this particular experience or internship that I did many years ago add to my story? Does it spotlight on the skills that are being asked for? At Career Earth, we have a framework. Our framework is the TRIM framework. Using the TRIM framework, we can determine what you should keep and what you shouldn't. Let us deep dive into how this framework works and why it is so vital for your resume. At some point, every professional looks at their resume and wonders, should I still keep that old job? Maybe you have worked across pharma, finance, marketing, agriculture, oil and gas, or railways, and your story has evolved. Or maybe you started your career with a short sales internship, but now you have spent 3 years in corporate finance. You ask yourself, does that still belong on my resume? And here's the trickier one. You once interned at Google, but never worked there full time. Today you have spent 10 solid years with OpenAI or another global leader. So, do you still keep Google on the resume or not? That's where the Career Earth Trim framework helps you find clarity. First, ask, how far is too far? If a role is more than 10-12 years old and doesn't strengthen your current direction, it's probably time to summarize it. But sometimes an old name carries brand recall, and that's okay if it still supports your story. So instead of deleting that Google internship, compress it into one clear line. For example, you could write early exposure to digital innovation through a short term project at Google. You keep the credibility without anchoring your resume in the past. Next, ask, does this role connect to who I am today? If the skills, mindset, or exposure from that old role shaped your thinking, keep it briefly. For instance, that Google internship might have introduced you to data analytics, user behavior, or product design. Skills that will serve you if you now work in AI, digital marketing, or finance and technology. But if you are in a completely different track, say supply chain operations or policy strategy, and the internship doesn't build that bridge, it's nostalgia, not narrative. Then ask, did this role produce something you are still proud of? If you created something measurable, improved a system, influenced a decision, saved cost, or designed a new process, that impact is timeless. But if the bullet points sound generic, assisted with reports, supported marketing, helped the team, they don't strengthen your authority today. Trim them. Focus on outcomes that still signal capability. Finally, the big one, message alignment. Your resume is your brand story. Every line should reinforce where you are heading. If your narrative today is innovation, leadership, or data strategy, then an early Google experience fits beautifully, but only when it's framed as a foundation for who you became. So instead of listing summer intern Google 2012, reframe it as developed early perspective on scalable technology and user insight during internship at Google. That's subtle, powerful, and forward looking. Your resume is not a memory wall, it's a message. Keep what builds clarity and credibility. Remove what adds noise or nostalgia. The TRIM framework, timeline, role, impact, message helps you honor your past while aligning with your present. Because clarity doesn't mean forgetting where you started, it means showing why it still matters today. I hope you enjoyed this TRIM framework. Your resume is a story. You need to put the spotlight on the right parts of your resume. That is how hiring managers, recruiters, employers, investors, and everyone else whom you meet in this journey will understand you and perceive you. That is why at Career Earth, we are trying to help people declutter and focus on what is relevant. Stay tuned by subscribing on YouTube and putting your comments in the comment section below. I look forward to seeing you at Career Earth.